Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Futties Cesc Fabregas card to review today. Definitely a very interesting player because with Cesc Fabregas, he's usually not like a crazy FIFA card because of the stats that he usually has. But with this card, guys, they actually look like they've done a pretty decent job taking everything into consideration, right? So he's 5'10", medium-low work rates, right-footed, 4-star skills with a 4-star weak foot. In-game player traits, he has the leadership trait, in-game attributes. This card is interesting because he has medium low work rates, right? So with the medium low work rates, if you wanted to use him for fun in the cam position, you actually could, right? The only thing that you would have to take into consideration is body type at that point, right? But his body type is a short and lean minus body type, so we're going to see how that kind of performs in game just from base characteristics of his dribbling stats, because this Fabregas card, to be fair, actually looks like a card who is super versatile, right? Because he's just pretty much good in every single area of the card, especially if you give him the anchored chemistry style. So it's definitely very, very interesting. So the main positions that we're going to be trying him out in is definitely going to be in that center mid area. But I might try him out in other areas as well because, like I said, medium-low work rates is a very interesting work rate to work with, right? So in-game pace stats, he's going to be at a 99 for acceleration, 95 for sprint speed, so that we can boost his physical as well as his defending as much as possible. Base card stats for shooting actually looks really good on the card for a midfielder, for a right mid maybe in the team. To be honest, guys, like if you take a look at this card, you could even probably use him as a right back. I wouldn't suggest using him as a center back because of the way that his base defensive stats is set up, but he definitely could be used in that area. But medium-low could be a little bit weird from time to time, especially, right? But with shooting as it is, definitely very nice, especially working with the 4-star capabilities. Base card stats or passing is really good. Dribbling on the card set up really nicely with the short and lean minus body type. If I remember correctly, though, I think the short and lean minus body type I don't like, if I remember correctly, because I know that some players have this body type, but whenever I try, it's like not as crazy as I think it should be. But obviously, we'll see in game with his case because it could just be different anyways. Defensive stats, like I said, for base card stats, are set up nicely, so I have to use him in the center mid area with an anchor. Definitely looks great with that too. And then he even has physical stats, man. 90 for strength with 99 on the chemistry style and 90 for jumping. Like, the card definitely looks really sick. He looks like he could be the best Fabregas card we've ever had in FIFA, potentially. We're obviously going to see in game. My lights just randomly fell, so someone's talking about me. You know the vibes. Leadership, or not leadership, but player traits. He has a leadership trait, so yeah, definitely a very interesting one. So the main position that we're going to be trying him out in is going to be in the 4-2-3-1 as my CDM, as the more attacking-oriented CDM because of the medium-low work rates. But then I might actually switch him up top into the main attacking positions just to see how he plays there too. So yeah, we'll see how he plays in game. Hopefully he is a beast.
How far from the ideal pass, you've got to say.
Let's go Fabregas. Great interception right there.
Lorenzo Insigne. Spinazzola. Now De Paul. Martinez.
You know what? His transition speed is actually like not that bad. I actually like it. To be fair, this might be the best version of Fabregas I've ever used in any FIFA. It could be, man. He's kind of feeling nice so far.
Theo Hernandez. Cassier. Now El Shaarawy. Cassier. They've given it
Yeah,
away.
see, his transition speed is actually really good, guys. I'm telling you, man.
Promising position here for Di Maria. Fabregas. And they've given him too much space. And it's there for Fabregas.
Oh, the goalie saves it. No chance, my boy. No chance.
Fabregas.
Fabregas again.
Pure ball control. Fabregas. Martins. Well, that
Adapts pretty well to make those attacking runs. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Gelson Martins. Di Maria. Can he give them the lead?
Ooh, with the weak foot, too.
That will do nicely.
I'll definitely take that. Thank you very much.
Here's Gelson Martins. And Neymar. Here's Marquinhos. Neymar.
Oh, that would have been so sick. A nice little link-up play between Monaco players. That'd have been dope.
Wanted to keep it but couldn't. And that ball played
I don't blame Fabregas for that. The through balls when it's like inside the 18-yard box close to the goalkeeper literally are so broken in this game. They don't work properly. I'll take that real quick. Thank you very much, sir. Look at this transition speed. Look at this. It's really good, man. I'm surprised. It's probably because his body type is actually kind of working really well with it.
Winning possession back. Di Maria. And Neymar.
Oh, no, man. Come on. You know what's funny is that it says that he has a short and lean minus body type. There's no chance that this is short and lean minus. Like, there's no chance this is. Oh my god, that would have been sick. You know what, last second I was like, I gotta try to chip this instead. Really well-weighted pass, but Mbappe's a beast for that run. He's just a glitch when he runs, to be honest. What do we got here?
Cesc Fabregas, what's he going to do? Still possibilities. Fabregas.
Oh! Okay, so here's what I'll say. Base characteristic-wise, right? Base characteristic-wise, even with his dribbling stats being in the 90s area, the short and lean minus body type, like, that's just has to be incorrect, to be honest with you, because he's a little bit like tubby-ish, you know. He looks like he has an average body type, like, just, yeah, like, it looks like an average. Look at him, it looks like an average, you know. I mean, listen, is it perfectly fine to use a card like this in that center mid area in a 4-1-2-2 mostly? Yeah, definitely. I don't think the medium-low work rate is anything special to use as a CDM on balance instruction. You won't notice that as much as someone like a center mid, for sure. But it's still pretty cool to work with. I do like it. But it is a card that, for me, I would mostly use as a right center mid, for sure. That's like the main position I see him being used in. That, or, not even joking when I say this, as a fullback. But fullback, it's better to have players that feel a little bit more agile. But it's possible to play him there if you want to use him there for fun and for the fact that you can actually do something with him. But yeah, the medium lows is nothing special, but obviously as a balanced work rated player, almost score a goal there, not work rated, balanced player as an instruction, he will attack from time to time because medium is not like, oh, I'm never going to go forward, right? You can even tell because of the way that he does like the directional, there's like a emphasis behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like, even that forward one that usually does emphasis, like the players who are more agile, they just do it like quick, you know? Nice, Cesc.
And work to do for Krakens in the second half.
No defensive play there. I like it. I like it.
Looks promising, this. He's going to have a go here.
Ah, why not? Let's give it a try.
Individual brilliance. Is this the moment?
Nice. We'll take that. We'll take that. Yeah, guys, for me, if you're going to use a card like this, like, again, the way that I'm using it for fun, balanced as a CDM. I was even using this like 3 at the back formation too as one of the center mids. It's a card that in a 3 midfield setup would be fun to use. It's kind of like, you know, the medium work rate. I don't like the medium work rate for most of the midfielders in the game, but when I'm using it in a 3 midfield setup, it just feels way better for sure. So it's like, you know, if you want to use them in like an authentic way, 4-3-3, you know, pass and present Barca team or something, it'd be kind of nice. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Cesc Fabregas Futties card. So in regards to how he plays in-game, guys, we gave him an anchor chemistry style because his stats look really good in all of the different areas for pace, dribbling, shooting, passing. He's definitely not the type of card that is going to be a special beast for you in-game, but I really like what they did with the improvements for the Cesc Fabregas to make him as usable as possible in the meta of the gameplay because of certain base characteristics. I do think that the short and lean minus body type is a little bit weird because he does look like an average body type player in game. But with the anchor chemistry style, you're looking at a more fun-oriented midfielder to use in the CDM position on balance instructions, so not on stay back while attacking, right? You could totally use him on stay back while attacking, and he can actually defend well because of his transition speed being great, but he obviously doesn't have like that crazy defensive presence. Like with Ronaldo Sanchez on the high work rates, pushing forward, coming back, it's obviously really, really nice to work with. But with Cesc Fabregas on balance, he was still very fun to use in that area. If you were to use him as one of 3 midfielders in your team, right, as a center mid, with the medium-low work rates, I think it'd be a cool thing to work with too. Like I said, I've used players that are medium work rated, and I still prefer them in a 3 midfield setup more than anything for how the game kind of plays out nowadays. It's not a great work rate to work with. Like medium-low is usually really nice to use if the player himself is good with it in the cam and the striker position. For instance, the player moments other card is great up top, and then the Messi card is great in the cam position, right? With Fabregas, you can definitely use him for fun in those areas if you did. You could slap a basic on him, maybe? A basic wouldn't be bad if you were to give him a finisher to boost his dribbling as much as possible, as well as a stream while working with decent pace stats. You could totally do that too. But that's more for the fun side, right? Like if you want to play this card in the meta of the gameplay, right back position on a shadow chemistry style or anchor, mostly shadow I would say, because the pace is more important than anything in that area. So you could totally do that if you want. You just have to be mindful of the medium-low work rates. Center mid in a 3 midfield setup, and a CDM. Again, this is not the type of card that I would complete myself personally, but if you guys want to complete him for fun and use him in those ways, then it would definitely be very cool to work with. Cesc Fabregas is, what is he, like 150k? Yeah, he's more to unlock if you want to use him for fun in the meta of the gameplay, right? Like you can use him. He's not going to be like terrible, right? So yeah, it's still a cool SBC for what it is. It's very hard to make Cesc like a good player in FIFA. If you gave a card like this to literally anybody in FIFA 15, he would be crazy. But it's because of the way that the mechanics work nowadays, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.